Hello team, this is David Olivares. Just wanted to record a real quick Zoom tutorial for those of you who are in real estate, whether real estate agents, property managers, loan officers, inspectors. If you're working around real estate in one way or other, I wanted to just to give you a couple of quick tips on how to be able to get your client or customer set up on your website to be able to be one of your service customers. So for the example, since I'm a realtor, let's just say that you're a realtor, right? What I like to do towards the beginning of that meeting with the client, I let them know that I'm all things real estate and that one of the things that we do is we try and help our client as much as possible. And one of the things we do, we have a utility concierge service. Pretty much what that means is once we get closer to closing, we can help them set up some of the services that they may need whenever they move in. So that's just real short. I don't make a big thing out of it. They just know, right? Then I try to make several touch points during the transaction. For example, during the inspection, if you're there at the inspection with your client, right? I always say, hey, you know what? Just a quick reminder. Once we get closer to closing, or we get the clear to close, I can help you set up some of the services you'll need. We'll go over whatever's available. Boom. Just keep it real simple, right? That way, it's fresh in their mind, and they know that that's something that you can help them with, right? You can mention at the very end, but typically I just kind of start trying to condition them right. So then once you get the clear to close, you know when you get the clear to close, typically you'll get notified somehow, right? So then what I do is I reach out to the client, right? Say, hey, you know what, Mr. and Mrs. Client, hey, congratulations, we got the clear to close. Now for sure we need to get your utility set up because the seller, they're going to be disconnecting services, and obviously they're not going to pay for your services, so I can help you get set up. Can I help you with that? Right now I'm going to share my screen and going to give you some language that can help you whenever you're talking to your client. Right now, in the event that obviously you're a partner with us and you're going to sign up the services yourself, because there's two ways you can sign up your customer. You can either do it yourself on your website, right? Or you can have whoever is your sponsor or your upline per se, executive team leader, regional director, we can help you as a concierge for you to sign up your client. So if you're doing it yourself, eventually you'll get to the point where you can do it yourself if you're new. Like me, when I started, I'd say truthfully, for the first couple of months, the only services I signed up myself were like my own and maybe like close friends or close family, right? Other than that, if they were like cold or like real estate clients or whatever, I typically had somebody help me sign them up. So, but if you're doing it yourself, this is just some example language. You can say, hey, now that we have the clear to close, we can help you set up some of the services you will need when you move in. Would you like me to help you? Just keep it super simple. Don't make it overcomplicated. They're either going to say yes or no or have questions, right? Now, if you're using somebody like your regional director or executive team leader to help you sign up the services, then you're kind of speaking in third party because yes, you are helping them, but you're using somebody. So this is some simple language that I have found and some of the team members have found very useful. You don't have to read it word for word, but you'll get the gist, right? So you can say something like, hey, now that we got the clear to close, we have an associate who can help you set up some of the services you will need when you move in. There's no cost for our clients or obligation to use them. I can connect you all in a three-way text so you all can take it from there and we can call them too with you. Would that be okay? They're either going to say yes, no, or have questions, right? If they're questions you can answer, go for it. If they're questions that you can't answer, then say, you know what, let's call my associate. Boom. You can call me right there or call whoever you're working with, right? And then, we'll take it from there, right? Now, you want to be able to also give them my contact information if I'm signing them up for you, right? Or your executive team leader signing up for you if you're not doing it yourself. and give them your website too, right? If you're a partner, obviously, right? You know, so let me go and now give you some tips on if you are going to sign up the customer yourself. Watch, because as I mentioned at first, you might want to definitely have us help you, right? But it's not really that complicated. And if you ever get stuck, yes, there are instances when, you know, something may need a little special care, but we're here to help you if you ever come across any little hurdles, right? And it happens from time to time, right? Especially if it's like new construction or a new meter going in there, let us help you, right? So anyway, I have a separate video that I've created for signing up somebody for electricity and Spectrum, but I'm just going to give you just a super quick, you know, overview. So obviously, if you're going to sign up the customer yourself, you want to be on your website, right? Be sure you're on your website, right? That way you get credit. So if you're going to sign them for electricity, let's say it's a house, it's residential, right? And you know that the lines are AEP, not Magic Valley, then you know that we can connect there. If you're in a different area, like let's just say the Houston area where it's Encore, most of Encore, we can actually connect Zoom Energy there because there's some areas that are regulated, which means that they're monopolies, and deregulated. Deregulated means that anybody can go in, right? But that's why it's very useful to have that address so we can kind of check some of those things, right? So anyway, so if you're going to sign up for somebody for electricity, for residential, you're going to go to services, scroll down to residential services, click on gas and electricity. This is super simple, guys. You're going to click on shop plans. And then obviously here, just giving you some basic stuff that technically the customer is the one who needs to be putting their information in, right? Typically, I'll be with the customer when I am doing these orders on the phone, or there's even been times when we've done Zoom with them sometimes. But typically, I will do it with them over the phone. I just send them the website. So anyway, so you're gonna put the zip code. So I'm gonna put the zip code in McAllen 78501, right? Make sure it says residential. See your rates. And then right here is obviously this area is AEP. You can see the different plans. There's variable, which is no contract, fixed plans, which are fixed rates, and renewable energy, which means that 50% of the electricity comes from renewable sources. Now, rates change every month. Obviously, it's just the economy. So the rate that you see here is with the delivery charge, in this case, what AEP charges, and the provider charge, which is Zoom Energy in our case, right? So you can see that the most obvious, less expensive one is the 36 month. But of course, at the end of the day, customer can choose whatever they want. I'm not going to go over too much on the details on how to be able to compare rates and all that and everything. Typically, whenever you're doing a new, a new enrollment, basically they just want to know that they're going to get a good price. But you can click where it says details, and it'll give you like the energy charge and all the breakdown and stuff like that, right? You want to keep it simple. If they see it, they like it. Sometimes the more you talk, the more you kind of confuse things. So you want to just keep it simple, all right? If they say yes, sign up, they like the plan, just go for it, right? Here, you're going to put either the address, right? Or you're going to put the ESI ID number. That is the, not the meter number of the meter, but it's a number given to the meter, right? If you have this, that's so much more helpful than just trying to put the address, because some addresses have a different address than the actual, like the physical address is different than either the mailing address or even the meter. But if you ever come across into a little hiccup like that, you can let me or whoever your executive team leader is, right? And then you would just hit search. On the next page, you would be able to see where you can put the customer's information. That's it. Very, very, very simple, right? Now on the internet, Let's just say they're going to go with Spectrum. You're going to go to services, right? Drop down to high-speed internet, right? And here you would check off the same little box where you want to choose whether you want Spectrum, AT&T, or Frontier. Typically, if you're in Texas, it's probably going to be AT&T or Spectrum. So let's just say, for the example, for Spectrum, typically my experience, the ones that go with Spectrum, they're just going to get internet, which is super simple. There you go. And then right here just tells you that, the customer obviously must be with you, right? You don't want to just have the customer just give you the information or text the information, because you want to be able to have them like with you, or at least kind of virtually on the phone or something. That way you can kind of go over it, right? If you're doing it yourself. If not, we'll do that for you. Right here, you just put in your address, and obviously you only check off the bottom box, which is I affirm, because it's a new connection. And that's it. On the next page, you just start picking what you want: TV, internet, or phone, or whatever it is you want. And it's the same thing for the AT&T. If somebody wants AT&T, I'm just going back over here. I'm going to click Shop AT&T. Pretty self-explanatory. And of course, in this case, it's my license number, which are yours. We've got some promotions from time to time. You'll see them here, right? And then you just hit go, right? And on the next page, you would start putting the address, and then it'll let you know what's available at that address, whether internet, TV, or phone, and all that. If they want DirecTV or Dish, that's also on the website, but this example is just for like the basics, right? So anyway, now for the security system, since that's one of the other go-to services, this is the easiest one to do. So all you're gonna do is this: get them excited about the service, right? I ask them, hey, you know what? Do you know what home automation is? Most people don't know what home automation is, right? I'm like, then I say, let me show you, right? So I go to my little website, right? I go to where it says security and automation. And of course, I ask them if they're going to be wanting security at their home. But our systems is not just a security system, it's a home automation system too. And of course, study your website. I mean, get familiar with some of your products, obviously, right? You can hit shop now. If you own Vivint, this is so much easier to be able to share with, because it's like a first-hand experience. And this is super easy to be able to get this connected. So all you're going to do, save this number on your phone. Save it in your favorites. Very important, right? All you're going to do is, if you have your Vivint yourself, you can just show them the app on your phone, right? There's a demo app you can also download if you go to your App Store or your Google Play Store, right? But if you have yours, it's even better. That's why I recommend all my partners to get Vivint for themselves. It's going to be something you're going to make money off anyway, and you can be able to have more credibility by when you offer it that you actually own it. So all you're going to do is call this number. Let's just say that my friend Sandra wants to get Vivint, right? And she says, yeah, how much does it cost? Once they start asking you buying questions, don't get into quoting and all that. All you're going to say is, you know what? Let me call my associate and we'll get you a quote. We're going to get you a customized quote, because prices change every day. Our promotions change every day. So I want to give you something in real time, right? Keep it super simple. Keep it fun. Call this number. When they answer the phone, right, it's going to give you an option of English or Spanish, right? Whoever answers on the phone, you're going to say, hi. In my case, this is David. I'm an IBO, independent business owner, and my IBO number is 034, whatever it is, or in your case, whatever your number is. That's important because you want to get credit for the sale. Once the person has your information, you're going to say, I've got my friend Sandra here. You can pass the phone to them. let them talk and let them close the deal. They are expert. That's what they do. Now, if you're doing a three-way call, you can do a three-way call too. I've done so many of these where the customer is not even in the same room with me. So this is so easy. Basically you're on the phone, you're talking to your friend, Sandra. Hey, Sandra. Oh, yeah, cool. You want a quote? Awesome. Let me do a three-way call. Boom, three-way call. Call this number, give the person your IBO number, and let them talk, right? Don't interrupt them unless you really have to, but let them talk, because these guys and gals at Vivint, they're trained to close way better than we are. All we're doing is just putting the service in front of them, right? So anyway, just thought I'd kind of share those couple of quick tips. Hope they help you out. There are some other ideas that I can share with you, but this is the simplest way to go with right now. We do have a Google form, utility concierge Google form that we can use. This is it. And because I'm not going to go too much into this right now, because this is a little bit more on the automation side, where you give your customer a link, which I can give it to you. They fill out this basic information, right? Your email, who they're referred from, in case they're referred by business partner, Susan, whatever. The name of the customer. The customer fills this out, or the client, and then I get an alert that somebody filled this out, right? And then I can reach out to the customer. But I'm not going to go too much into that right now. Uh, I want to get you familiar with the basic way. So anyway, thank you all very much, and hope this helps you all. I know it went a little bit long, but you know me, I like to be able to help you all as much as possible. All right, blessings always.